I've had lots of friends ask me, how do I get started hiking? And today I'm here to answer that question.
Hi, I'm Seth.
I'm Joncee, with our son Eman and our dog Luna. Before we answer the question how to get started hiking, we need to define what hiking is. So I went on a Facebook group and asked, what's the difference between hiking and walking? And I got a lot of answers. A lot of people said that a hike is determined by what kind of terrain you're on. People prefer sand or dirt over pavement. However, just because you're on pavement doesn't mean you're not on a hike. People say that hiking needs to be out in nature, but it could be just feet away from the city, and it could still be a hike. You don't have to be out in the wild for it to be a hike. But the response that I think defined it the most is hiking is walking with a pack. I currently am using the Osprey backpack. It's a bike pack, actually, for biking. It's the Raven 14. I'll link this one in the description below, but you don't have to use this backpack. You can literally use any pack that you have. Oh, Luna. Now that we've decided that the difference between a walk and a hike is carrying something with you, what do you even bring? I bring my backpack, clothing, and shoes. In my backpack, I carry water, extra layers of clothing, treats for my dog, food for myself. A lot of people recommend you carry the 10 essentials listed right here. It is important, really important, to have water, clothing, some form of shelter, and food when you are hiking. As far as clothing goes, wear what's comfortable. I don't like to wear cotton. I like to wear athletic type clothes and dress in layers. Make sure you have shirts on underneath your other shirts so you can take off layers as you warm up, or put layers on like a puffy or a raincoat if you need to. Shoes, that's up to personal preference. Elijah likes to hike in tennis shoes, I like to hike in chacos, and my husband likes to hike in boots. Getting started, I recommend that you hike in what you have, whatever tennis shoes you have to get started. And then as you go, you can learn, do you want more ankle support? Do you not? And go from there. I have found that most people are switching from heavy hiking boots to trail runners. So now that you know what to bring with you hiking, where do you even find trails to go?
The internet, obviously.
The internet is a great place to look for trails. I do recommend you look at local guidebooks in addition to apps on your phone and a good old-fashioned map. Looking on Facebook for a Facebook group, just type in hiking and your town name, and there will probably be a Facebook group about that. If not, you can broaden the search to your state. And you will find people there who will be able to tell you about trails in your area and, in addition, be able to offer hiking advice. Sometimes there's even events that you can join and meet friends that are hiking. I do recommend you look at local guidebooks. If you live in the Boise area, I cannot recommend Scott Merchant's books enough. There's a link in the description below to a beginner hiking book that he has written for the Boise area that is amazing. Definitely check it out. Another great place to find trails to hike is by using apps. I personally like Hiking Project. I also use All Trails app. I recommend not paying for the All Trails app and supplementing with the Hiking Project app. Using the apps, you can narrow down which hike you want to go on. Both apps, Hiking Project and All Trails, offer the ability to search by level, such as beginner, intermediate, and advanced. They also offer features to search for hikes that are kid-friendly or dog-friendly, so you can find what best fits your needs. You should not rely on them alone for navigation. If you think that you are going to be relying on them for navigation, make sure to bring an external battery bank with you, so if you do get lost and your battery dies, you're not stuck in the woods somewhere. The last place to look for trails is by just getting a good old-fashioned map. You can look at maps, especially Forest Service maps and topographical maps, to find trails. Once you find the name of the trail on the map, use the internet as a tool to help you find out more information such as elevation gains and losses, distance, and other reviews and recommendations that people have made, because sometimes it might look like an easy trail on a map, but you get there and it's quite difficult. So it's always good to do your research and have a plan before you go. Knowing your fitness level. Check the elevation profiles on your apps, like All Trails or Hiking Project, before you leave, so you know if you're going to encounter something like this. It's always nice to have a heads up. If you get here, you need to stop and take a break. That is okay. Don't overexert yourself. Make sure that you're picking hikes that you can accomplish so you feel good and confident before you really go out and tackle something that's hard. It's okay to stop and take breaks. Sometimes the hikes are hard and the climbs are big, but the payoff is always worth it. Just look at the views. Even though the hike might be hard, some determination and perseverance will get you there. Don't give up, because soon you'll be climbing mountains. Friends. Friends are a very important part of hiking, even if you're hiking solo. It is very important to tell your friends or family where you're going before you leave for a hike and when to expect you back. That way, if you get lost or something happens, they know where to send help.
It's a great idea to bring friends along with you on your adventures.
If you bring friends, make sure they know what the plan is, so you guys all are in agreement of what trail you're doing, how long it is, what water, supplies, and all of that you need. And that way, if you guys get separated, you know where to meet back up and all of that. Respect the wildlife. Don't try to feed it or approach it. You're in its home. Make sure you're treating it with respect. Wildlife includes animals you might think are domesticated, such as cattle. Please do not approach cattle, even if they are out on a trail where you are. The ranchers work hard to keep them safe, and you approaching them is not helping. Which brings us to our last point about wildlife. When you're out hiking, make sure that you are practicing leave no trace principles, which means that you are picking up garbage, even if it's not yours, that you see along the way, and taking it out and disposing of it correctly, not leaving it on the trail for someone else to find. That you're taking pictures of the flowers but not picking the flowers, and that you are leaving it a beautiful place for other people to explore and enjoy too. You have to respect the land and respect the wildlife if you want to continue using it. Take only your memories or photos and leave only footprints. Luna, let's go. Hikes are great because you get to places where you get views like this. So the number one thing you need to do to get started hiking is to just get out and do it and have fun.
Sometimes the hardest step is getting out your front door, but that's the most rewarding step.
Leave a comment down below telling us what trails you're looking forward to getting out and enjoying, and we hope to see you out there.
If you liked this video, make sure and like it.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Jex, you're snorting in my picture. I think I'm gonna step two. I'm gonna say step two. I feel like I stutter when I'm talking.
I can't walk and film on this.